time to send our data now to Firebase. So the first thing we must do is import the Firebase module from the Firebase library. So a bit bizarre here, but I don't know why they call both of them the same thing, but they did. So this allows us to make necessary connections with Firebase. And we are going to create a connection to a specific database area in Firebase, database project in Firebase. And if we have a look at that project down here, where is it? It's this one here. And if we go back up there, there's only one, the on-off checker project. So this one here is the only one that I'm going to be connecting to, and there's the link to it. So to do that, I am going to use the Firebase module, and in there it's got loads of our Firebase package. It's got loads of different modules here, and one of them is called the Firebase application, and it takes two arguments. So the first argument is to do with that connection, and the second one is none, which means that you're going to have no security on your project. So please don't put any sensitive data or any really important data. Just this is only for the purposes of Leaving Cert Computer Science. So the the first argument here is going to be the link to our project, and up here is where the actual link is, and we'll just copy that and shove that in there in between. Okay, good stuff. So this is the link to our project. Now I am going to shove all of that. I'm going to store all of that. Store it in a kind of variable, kind of connection handler, if you like, of sorts there, and I'm going to call that Firebase _connection. And instead of me working with all this big long thing here later on in my code, I can now refer to it as FB_con for Firebase connection. So when I move down here now, this is the place where I'm going to be sending this particular data, Firebase data. We're going to be sending that, and then we'll print it off again. That'll only be for testing purposes here in Python. Purposes only. So what we've got to do now is we have to get the data ready, and to do that we need to put it in what's known as JSON form. So that's JavaScript object notation form, and that's basically the form that Firebase works with. Very common form, by the way, JavaScript object notation. And it's in the form for us of like dictionaries here. So I'm going to call it Firebase _data. And again, very close to the names we have here. So just be careful of your names. But for the moment, we won't worry about that too much. You can fix them up later on. And in here, I'm going to put what you're going to have a key and a matching value pairing. So a key value pairing. So the key that I'm going to have here is state. So is it going to be either on or is it going to be off? And the value there that I'm going to send, it's already a string, is the data underscore for Firebase. The data ready for Firebase. So maybe I should say data, what could we call it here? We could just overwrite. No, we'll leave it like that. And down here now, post data to Firebase. So post data. So I should do a quick check here, make sure this is all working okay. And yeah, still working all alright. And post data now to Firebase, and to do that, I just use this one here. I say Firebase _connection. So that's the connection that I made up above. That's going to allow me to connect to Firebase, and I'm going to say connection and the post, and we are going to put in two things here, two arguments. So the first of all, I'm just going to create a little kind of folder to hold all these states, and I'm going to call that state, and then I'm going to pass in the Firebase data, which I have. So again, up to this point it was just your data, but we got it now into JSON form. So this is the actual dictionary name, if you like, or constructor that I'm going to be passing in the JSON form. So I basically took the on-off state, I've turned it now into a JavaScript object notation form, and I'm now sending that to Firebase so it can deal with it. So if I save this and run it, hopefully we should get white smoke in our Firebase here. We can see we've got state, which was that name there that I created and called it. Just kind of a little folder here, and in fact I might have made an error there. Should I have placed that inside it? And well, it doesn't seem to be working too badly. Just let me have a quick double check of that to make sure there. Yeah, I'm really, I thought I was supposed to put a forward slash, but maybe not. Look, check back in the next video, and we're definitely getting something into Firebase there.